We're in the middle of a series designed to help you review your 2022. What worked, what didn't, why not? If we've learned nothing else over the last couple of years, is that we need to unexpected proof your money. No, it won't be all butterflies and rainbows, but are you actually set up for success? Let's find out. In this episode, we're back with one more serious question today, but it's equally as important. So let's do this. Welcome back to the Your Money, Your Life podcast. I'm your host, Aimee Cerka. We are in the middle of this money reflection series, right? We've talked about your goals already, how you know if you're going to achieve them, if nothing changes. The series really kicked off in episode 57. So if you've missed that, make sure you go back and check them out because I feel like they've all been very short, to the point, but really powerful to help you reflect. Okay. So we talked about your goals, like I said, how we know if we're going to be able to achieve them. We've talked about what you're proud of this year, what financial decision you're proud of, and what aspects of your finances you've been avoiding. Then in episode 59, we talked about if you are actually open to receiving money. And I know a lot of us were like, heck yes, in the beginning, but after we got through that episode, you might have kind of changed your mind and had to make some adjustments throughout the way. And then, of course, last week, we talked about what was one change that you would make that would positively affect your finances. So it's not enough just to be like, okay, I'm going to hit this income goal. For so many, it's like, I'm going to hit six figures. It's not just about hitting six figures. It's what are you going to do? What's that one change that you're going to make that's going to positively affect your life when you hit that six-figure mark? And that's what we have to focus on, because so many of us have hit those income goals and then we don't achieve them. And we're like, I don't know why. I'm not more motivated to do the work that I need to do. Like, I know what to do. Why am I not doing it? And so many times just shifting that motivation makes such a big difference. But that brings us to today. And this week, we're going to be talking about financial regrets. So the question that I want you to kind of think on is, what is a financial decision that you regret? Or maybe something that you feel was a waste of money. Now, I can go off on a whole tangent and we can talk about mistakes and how mistakes help build us into the people that we are today. So are they really just mistakes? Because if we didn't make that quote mistake, then there's lots of air quotes here if you're actually listening to the podcast. If they are mistakes and we didn't make them, then we wouldn't be the people that we are today. Like, we wouldn't have met, I don't know about you, but like, I wouldn't have met my spouse. I wouldn't have the children that I have. I wouldn't have the life that I have. I wouldn't be a financial coach if we hadn't done all these things that were quote mistakes. So I don't really view them as mistakes, but we're just going to put that aside. Again, I can go off on a whole tangent. Today, we're talking about the decision that you regret or that you feel was a waste of money. And I want you to find 3 positive things that came out of that experience, that decision, whatever it was, whatever you spent money on, whatever that regret is. 3 positive things that came out of that experience. We are most likely trapping negative emotions in those situations. So if you find the positive that came from the experience, that's going to help empower you to release that negative emotion. Because when we go on a tangent, we go beat ourselves up or whatever it is, we're stuck in that negative energy. We are attracting more negative energy and we don't want that. Okay. You want to have the positive. So if you go to start to beat yourself up over that financial decision again, and you have those 3 positive things that came from that situation, you're going to be able to have a reminder but this, and this came out of that situation. And then you're going to be able to shift your whole perspective. How's that sound? So your challenge, they're kind of self-explanatory in this little series here, but let's make sure we go through it. Your challenge is to pick a financial decision that you regret, find 3 positive things that came out of that experience, write them down. Handwriting is always better than typing. We are able to cross over the brain barrier. It activates both sides of your brain. I do not know all the science behind it. I just know that's how it works. That is what happens when we handwrite. That is why handwriting is much more powerful. So handwrite it. 3 positive things that came out of that financial decision. And then I want you to let me know, message me, either Instagram, send me a text. I want to know how you feel after completing this exercise. Okay. At Aimee Cerka on Instagram, or text me 817-969-4653. Of course, that's all in the show notes. So if you're driving right now, no worries. Just pull it back up. We'll make sure that you're taken care of. That's it for now. We'll see you next week on the Your Money, Your Life podcast. Thank you so much for listening to the Your Money, Your Life podcast. Wondering what's next? When you're ready, there are different levels of support that you can use on the path to creating unstoppable finances and your unstoppable life. After all, your finances are unique and your support should be too. Ultimately, we'll create a customized plan to ditch financial struggle for good that works for you, your goals, your priorities, your life. Go to workwithaimee.com to get started with one of our most popular programs, or you can book a Q&A call with me and we'll figure out what your next step should be.